Hello, I am discussing my oversized doll collection today. I call these just oversized because they're not the standard Barbie fashion doll size, and I had my little favorite gal for reference. This is my very favorite Barbie from my childhood, and this is the actual one from my childhood. Sun Sensations Barbie, 1992. So I'm just going to go in order. And so I'm going to start with Little Miss Glitter Girls here. I did have to print out my spreadsheet that I'm starting. I'm finally starting, because of Brooke from, I don't know how you say her channel name, Canadicis Country. I don't know how to say stuff. I'll put it down. I'm sure everyone knows who she is. She does a big spreadsheet, and I was like, ooh, that's a really good idea, and I should do that now before my collection gets, you know, really robust, I guess. So I had to print out my spreadsheet because my short-term memory apparently is not very good. Okay, first up, we have Glitter Girls. She is 14 inches tall. She has blonde hair and purple eyes. I got her from a consignment sale. And she is by B-A-T-T-A-T. How are we saying that? Battet? Pattet. But she's darling. I love her purple eyes. I need to give her some clothes or get some clothes. I really like this doll line because, one, you know, it's a little bit bigger than Barbie. Big enough, I feel like this size is easy for like my son to play with. It's easy for me to play with and make clothes for. And they come with like play sets, and you know, they don't take up as much room as the 18-inch dolls. Speaking of, I do have a small collection of 18-inch dolls. I'm going to give them their own video because I have different plans and things for them. So there's no 18-inch dolls in this one. All right. So that's her. Her name is Lacey, I believe. In 2018. Lovely. Next up, we have, I guess, this gal. She was just a random Goodwill find. Now, I don't go to Goodwill. There's only one Goodwill in the area that I go to. And it's pretty far from me, so I don't go. I'm not a big Goodwill fan. But I found her there. I think she was $2 or $3. I think this girl was $3 or $4. And obviously none of these dolls have been cleaned up or had their hair done or anything. The only thing I've done is put this old t-shirt of my son's on this My Size Barbie. That's all I've done. So, let's see, what's her name? She is the Little Mismatched from, do we say that like Tonner? T-O-N-N-E-R? Toner? Man, I do not know how to pronounce stuff. Okay. She is from 2011, and I would love to have more of her. And obviously she's missing, I'll put up a picture of kind of what they look like in box. She's missing most of her outfit, but she does have her shoes. And I really like I don't want to call it a gimmick, I really like the theme of these, where they're a little mismatched, so their clothes are mismatched. I'd love to find more of her, and she has great articulation, you know. So she's very cute. I don't know if she has a name, does she? I think she does, but I didn't put it down. Because there's 3 or 4 of these. I guess it was a short run doll line. But, I mean, her face is just too cute. Okay, next up we have these two girls. They're the same size. Oh, she is 15 inches, I believe. Yes, she is 15 inches. These girls are 17 inches. Yes. So she is probably one of my favorites just because she's still a Barbie. And she's kind of hard to find. This is the Dreamtopia Endless Hair Kingdom by Mattel. She is Barbie. She is 17 inches and she is from 2015. I'm sure she has a real name, but I don't have that over here. Okay. So, I kind of, when I was researching, and I'll put up a picture of what she looks like in a box. When I was researching these, they did make like a blonde. They made a few more that are just this size. I love them. I would love to find more. Again, articulation is really nice to have. But I love the super long hair. And when I was researching, okay, so the whole time I've had her, and I bought her almost immediately. As soon as I decided I wanted to start looking for dolls in the store and stuff and start actively collecting, I picked her up at a used book and media store in the area we have here called McKay's. And they had just started carrying doll stuff when the movie came out. So, but she has great articulation, which is so nice, you know, with these bigger dolls. And I feel like she would be great to do photographs with, photo shoots with, and like even one of those little cute series, like the stop motion series that everybody does. So cute, such a good size. Alright, next up, I think everybody knows her. I don't actively collect any Monster High or Ever After High or any of those doll lines. So, but I didn't know that they made a 17-inch doll, which I love the oversized dolls. And she's themed, and she has purple hair, which we know I like. She's just perfect, and she has her little, I got her from the Longest Yard Sale this past year. And we had stopped for gas, and there was literally a lady set up with one little table, and it was full of dolls, full of like super vintage, overpriced Barbies. And then here she was $5. She has her outfit, she has her little cuffs, she has her little head thing. She needs, you know, hair help like they all do. She doesn't have her shoes or little, she has like a little teapot, doesn't she? But I looked up this line. I mean, this line I don't, unless I just come across it like I did, I'm not going to be sourcing these because they're just hard to come by and they're priced crazy. So, but she is darling. I really, really like her. This girl, I just added her to the spreadsheet. I don't really know what her size is, but I have my measuring tape. I don't know. Do any of y'all know what size she is? I feel like she's maybe 15 or 16 inches. No, she is 12 or 13 inches. Oh yeah, I guess she's about 12 inches. That's cool. She looks bigger. This is Lala Loopsy, Dot Starlight. She is from, oh, I'm so sorry, I have not been telling you. I'm sure y'all know what Ever After a Year is. Dreamtopia, I told you, was 2015. Ever After High, oh, Madeline Hatter is her name. I know y'all all know that. 2012. And Lala Loopsy, MGA, 2021. Well, this version of said 2021. Apparently they came out originally in like 2010. And then MGA brought them back. I picked her up at a little discount store near me. Probably right at the beginning of my collecting journey, which is why she doesn't fit into anything else. But I've held on to her. I keep thinking about putting her in a consignment and letting her go because she really doesn't fit into my collection, but she kind of does. I'm a big crafter, sewer, that kind of thing, and she's, you know, supposed to be like a yarn ragdoll kind of thing. I love play sets, and you know, her box is a play set and they hook together to each other. I mean, for all intents and purposes, this is really screams me, which is probably why I haven't been able to let her go. And I think I've actually, right before I started this video, I decided to keep her and possibly add the doll line to my active collecting, but with a big caveat. I want them in the box, with the box, because the box is a playset. I mean, the box is a thing all on its own. And I mean, you see these at thrift stores all the time. I do anyway. All the different, even the, you know, curly haired ones that have the crazy hair that you play with. I think my niece had that kind, because these are in my niece's generation. You see them all the time, but really, without their clothes and their whole, like, playset thing, box, they're not real cute. So that's kind of why I was like, well, if I don't like them naked and with nothing, well, is that right? You know, but I'm gonna keep her. So, here she is. Next, 1974 Tiffany doll. Found her just recently. She was in my last haul video for January, so I just picked her up in January. She was $3 at America's Thrift Store, and she has the twisting hair, so she can be a brunette with bangs, and then you twist her head around, and she can also be a blonde. She also needs her hair done and a cleanup. She has one eyelash. She's missing the eyelash. This is probably why she was at the thrift store. I don't really know what I can do about that. Do y'all have any... Could I buy like those little packs of like individual clumps? Individual clumps? You know what I mean? Small clumps of like fake eyelashes for people and glue them on and cut it down? Do you think? Because I mean, essentially that's what that is, right? You know, just for my sake, because it is a little odd looking. But she is darling. I need to make her, that's the only drawback, really that's the only drawback to getting dolls at the thrift store, is that they're always naked. That drives me nuts. It just does. But that just means I need to get in gear. So, she is from Ideal Toys. And very old. Next up are my truly oversized Barbies. I went to get my hair cut a long time ago. A few years ago. Downtown. And there was a thrift store within walking distance, and so I actually, I live in a different time zone than the town, because I live really far out from anything, and so I got to my appointment like an hour early, because I messed up on the time, but it was a beautiful day, and I was right in the middle of downtown, and so I was like, I'll just find somewhere to walk to and hang out for a little bit, and go shopping or something. Well, I found a thrift store within walking distance, and that's where she was. She was $8, and I fell in love with her. Now, I know she's a new one, so she is, they call these the Best Friend Barbie, by Mattel. She is 28 inches. I don't know if they consider them 28. Yeah, I think they call them 28 inches. I say that because she's got big old platform shoes on. And she is brand new. She's 2021. This version is. She is. But they're still making them. But they all are pretty much the same. They just have a different dress on. They do make a brunette, and I think they make a dark skin tone one. So, but I really like her. She is in really good shape. You know, that's another thing with the bigger Barbies and bigger dolls. They don't get, I don't know if they don't get played with as much, but they just don't get roughed up as much. As at least these don't. The 18-inch dolls, you can find them pretty roughed up. But, you know, so all she needs, and she has her dress in its perfect shape, perfect condition. She's in perfect condition. She still has her shoes. And, you know, she just needs to be cleaned up. And I actually really like her dress. Most of the other dresses on these style Barbies are, you know, geared toward kids. So they're not going to be the cutest. But this one's not bad. I don't hate it. So, she's darling. She's got pink streaks in her hair with glitter. Very cute. I love it. And she's she's nice and articulated up top, you know. Very ballerina. I mean, look how cute that is. So, there she is. I'll just put her back here because she's pretty big. At ease, soldier. Okay. Last but certainly not least, I, of course, had a... fit in the frame, girlfriend. Sit down. Sit on my knee. I had a My Size Barbie. They came out in 1992, which is the height of my Barbie love when I was a kid. And I have loved them ever since. And so, actually, when I first started collecting as an adult, I was looking for the My Size Barbie. Because they're just so cool. I mean, she's 36 inches. You know, she's supposed to be... Now, she came from a consignment sale, and she had the cutest black... I'll try to find a picture and put that up. Black handmade dress, and it came with the sewing pattern envelope. I wish it came with the sewing pattern, but it didn't. I think she was... Honestly, I was so excited when I saw her. I didn't look at the price. I did not care. I knew she was going to be a good deal because these go for an insane amount of money online. And I get it. It's probably mostly for shipping. But even on Marketplace, where it's like close to me, there's actually several of these close to me on Marketplace. Like super close to me. But they're in the box and they're just $200-300 a piece. I mean, no. I can't do that. So, but she is darling. I'm not real sure which one she is. I haven't researched her in depth yet. I have washed her. That's why she's not wearing her outfit that she came in. She is wearing my son's old t-shirt. But I think it looks so cute on her. Because I was going to do like a grungy 90s, kind of like a mini-me in the 90s. Like... how I dressed and looked or wanted to look and would have looked if I would have had the money as a kid to look that way in the 90s. You know, very like Daria, you know, just quirky and mean. It's pretty much me. So, especially back then. I love her. She's beautiful. She's in great shape. You know, for her age. So pretty. Look at that face. She's got one earring, which I didn't realize she still had one earring. Missing the other one, but I could probably find it. Or honestly make it out of a button and like replace them both, I bet. And honestly, I don't know how she's missing the one because they're not easy to get out. But anyway, she's darling. I love her. There's a lot of misinformation surrounding the My Size Barbies as far as what year they came out. I guess you just have to have the box over to see. But she's great. I've cleaned her up. And I haven't brushed her hair, but I don't know if I brushed her hair now. It doesn't look like it now. But I have washed it because, I don't know, she was just a little bit grimy. But I love her. And I need, the next step is going to be, she has a couple of scuffs on her already. And I'm pretty sure that's from me moving her around because she is so big. She can't really be displayed on a shelf. And so I've kind of moved her around to places. I don't really like putting her just in a corner. Nobody puts my size Barbie in a corner. But I don't know where to put her. So I'm going to have to think about that. But that's all of my oversized dolls. I love them all. And I need to show that by giving them all some makeovers and getting them some clothes. So if y'all have any good resources, sewing patterns, tutorials, free printouts of things, or even some really nice Etsy stores that sell the bigger clothing for the weird size dolls, I might need to start my own, I guess. Because I'm sure there's not a real big market for that. Let me know down below. Next you will probably see an 18-inch doll collection video from me. That will be a fun one. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.